Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa and today I am closing out my first paycheck in July. I am using the Budget Moms Budget by Paycheck workbook. Let me get the front here so you can see it if you're new here. I do have a link to her website, I think, for the budget books for 2025-2026. These will be on pre-order the middle of August. So if you want to pick one up, she'll be restocking. Anyway, so I track my spending in the expense tracker pages. So I have one page for my checking account, and then I have a separate page for my cash that I spend. So that's where I'm going to be grabbing the numbers from. And so just so you know, this is what we're working with. So this is my checking account from here to here. And just so that it's not a super long video, I did go ahead and total up all of the categories that I have. And then this is my cash tracker for the first paycheck in July. And again, I went ahead and totaled everything up. So this is where I'm pulling my numbers from. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I did do this in advance, and so I do have some notes over on the side so that I can make sure that this is not a crap show and that my numbers are correct. I've double-checked them. I'm pretty confident. I have some confidence today. Okay, so this paycheck category breakdown is essentially, I guess I could give some context here. In the workbook, she has this monthly category breakdown page. And essentially what I did is I created a Google Doc of this page because I get paid every other week, and I want to break down and close out each paycheck. It is way too hard for me to try to do this monthly. So I did leave a link in the description box for this form that I created. It's free. It's just a link to my Google Doc. So if you want to, pick it up and print it out, use it for yourself, it's, free. You can grab the link down below. Okay, so now that we've gotten all those things out of the way, let's get started. So the first thing is income. So my paycheck every other week is $1832.29. So this is after taxes, after health insurance, after my 20% 401k contribution. This is what I deposit or gets deposited into my accounts. And then also from income, I also received a Walmart credit, unexpected, of $3.75. And so that brings my total income to $1836.04. My starting balance is 0, so the total is $1836.04. Okay, so coming down here to my categories, my first category is groceries. And I did have a budget of $150 for groceries these last 2 weeks. And what I spent was $113.34. So let's take 150 minus 113.34. So I was under budget by $36.66. Then we have eating out. I did not budget anything for eating out, but I sure did spend money on eating out, and it was $106. So I was over budget by that amount. Then we have health, and I didn't have anything budgeted for health. My the antidepressants I take that's covered 100% by insurance. But for some reason, it got filled at a pharmacy that's, I don't know, almost an hour away from my house. And so I paid $3.99 to have it shipped. I could have transferred it, but I just paid the money and called it good. So I was over budget in health by $3.99. For spending money, I did give myself $150. This was for 2 paintings that we had done of our fur babies, and it was $150. So the difference, of course, is 0. So I was right on the money there. For savings, I had budgeted $308. This is my Roth IRA contribution that I make every single time I'm paid. But what I actually saved was my Roth IRA contribution at $308, and then I added to my savings box. So that is the difference of what I had budgeted for my variable expenses versus what I actually spent. So the difference is what I put in that savings box. Hopefully that makes sense. So 308 plus 1868 plus 3232. So my actual savings was $359. So I was over budget, which is a good thing, by $51. Okay, next is fur babies. I had $40 earmarked for fur babies, and what I spent was $15.66. So 40 minus 15.66 is 24.32. No, 24.34. So I was under budget by that amount. Then we have housing. So my daughter and I, we purchased a house together at the end of 2024, and I contribute $850 every other week to our housing account. So $750 goes into a joint checking for all of our housing expenses, and $100 of that goes into our joint savings account. We both contribute $1,700 a month. This is my contribution, and I did deposit $850, and the difference is 0. Next up is my car. So what I had budgeted was $113. So that was $93 for my car insurance and then $20 for gas. What I actually spent was $93 on the car insurance, and I didn't need to get gas. So I was under budget by $20 there. Then we have subscriptions. So I had $38 budgeted for subscriptions. This is for my VanLilys sticker kit subscription, which is the stickers that I use in the Budget by Paycheck workbook. And of course, she has so many other freebies and goodies that she throws in, worth every single penny. What I actually spent was $37.40. So I was under budget by 60 cents there. YouTube, I didn't have anything budgeted, but I did spend $70.43. So this was planner supplies. I ended up purchasing Plans by Just Scribble, which is a horizontal planner, and some other things, stickers and printable stickers, things like that. So it was $70.43. So it was over budget in that category. $70.43. And then miscellaneous, I didn't have anything budgeted, but I did have 2 miscellaneous charges. $7.99 is for like a banking fee. I need to close that account. Still haven't done that. Plus $1.05 that I spent at Walmart, and that was a miscellaneous charge. So the total is $904. So I was over budget by $904 in that category. And then last is rollover. So what I currently have in my checking account is $8.18 plus $20 that I rolled over in cash for gas. And so that gives me a rollover amount of $28.18. So over budget by $28.18, because I don't think I don't know that I budgeted anything for that. That doesn't matter as much. So now let me go ahead and add up everything that I spent and the rollover amount. And if my math is correct, this column should equal my total income. So we have $113.34 plus $106 plus $399 plus $150 plus $359 plus $15.66 plus $850 and $93, $37.40, $70.43, $904, and $28.18 is $18.36.04. Can we just give myself a round of applause for being in balance to the penny? Woo, Lisa, fantastic. So down here, I'm just gonna put that my total income is $18.36.04. I do need to subtract the rollover amount because that wasn't spent. So $28.18. So total spent was $18.07.86. My rollover amount is $28.18, and the difference is 0. So now let's go ahead and see the percentage of my income. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the spent amount for each category and we're going to divide that into my total income to find out what the percentage is. So 113.34 divided by 18.36.04 is 0.06, which is 6%. Eating out is $106 divided by 18.36.04 is 0.57. So we're going to call that 6%. We're going to round that up. Then we have $3.99 for health divided by 18.36.04, and that is not even 1%. So I'm just going to put, let's see, it's not even 0.5%. How can I put this? Because I need to, if I'm going to come up with 100%, I got to have something there. So I'm going to put 0.2%. That'll work. All right. Then we have spending. This part I didn't do in advance, by the way. 150 divided by 18.36.04 is 8%. Savings is $3.59 divided by 18.36.04 is 20%. So that's pretty good. Keep in mind that I'm already doing 20% of my income to my 401k, 20% savings on top of that. So I'm saving 40% of my income, which I think is pretty darn good. Helps to be debt-free. All right, fur babies, I spent $15.66 So that is about 1% of my income. Housing is 46% of my income. Pretty high. Car is 93. So that is 5%. Then we have subscriptions, 3740, which is 2% of my income. And then we have 7043 for YouTube, is 4%. For miscellaneous was 904, which is less than 1%. So we'll put 0.5 here. And then rollover is, whoops, 2818, which is 2%. So let's see if we're close to 100%. 6 and 6, we'll come back to that. 8, 20, 1, 46, 5, 2, 4, and 2. Yeah, so this is like negligible, these two categories. So pretty darn close. I think I did really good, especially on my tracking. I tracked to the penny this time. I didn't round up in my trackers. I put exactly what I placed in the savings box to the penny. And so I'm really proud of myself after having kind of a crap month in the month of June and just overspending and going crazy. I'm pretty proud of myself for staying on track this month or this paycheck. And yeah, I'm just gonna give myself a round of applause for that. Anyway, let me know if you have any comments, questions, concerns, suggestions. Leave that down in the comments. I love hanging out with you guys first thing in the morning. I'm up early, so this video goes live at 5 a.m. Central Time. Just know that I'm awake. I'm reading your comments. I'm a small channel. I read every single one. And so I always love hanging out with you guys. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. And I hope you have a great day or night wherever you're at. Bye.